get seated. I will not keep you here long. I got a lot of surprises for you guys, so make sure your notifications are on. This light. That is an omen. Okay, this light is playing right now. If you guys have earbuds in, make sure you guys turn down the volume a little bit. Okay, members only. You guys have a goodie in the hopper. YouTube, you guys got a goodie in the hopper. Everyone's got one. Okay, so just make sure notifications are on. And make sure you guys are smashing the thumbs up button as you guys enter the live stream. We are going to be doing a giveaway once we reach 80K. We are going to be doing a giveaway when we reach 90, and when we reach 100, I'm doing a big giveaway. So I'm really excited. Let's jump into it. What did I title this? Hold on. You guys are exposing a lot lately, uncovering crazy, realizing it was a crock of crap. And I knew that was going to go out. Okay, so there's this light, like right when I was setting everything up, right when I was about to hit the live button, this light started flickering. And I'm like, okay, omen, okay, download, come through. Basically, that's telling me you thought this light was on. Whole time you're like, this light's on, we're good. And when push comes to shove, that light starts flickering. When push comes to shove, that light ain't gonna hold the line. It ain't gonna hold the fort down. It ain't gonna make sacrifices. It ain't going to keep promises. It's not gonna do what it says it's gonna do. Right. So I'm just getting off of work, and I've been filming and getting stuff ready for you guys because I've just been getting a lot of downloads, a lot of messages, and praying a lot. So let's bless this message. Anything out of the light or the divine plan is no longer welcome here and must leave immediately. Calling upon my angels, my ancestors only of the highest white light, and Archangel Michael as I calibrate to the energy of the collective. No weapons formed against me shall prosper. Amen. It's gonna be a doozy. If you guys are new here, I am your bestie on the internet. Hello. I am your favorite person. Hello. I'm also your cosmic cheerleader. I'm your spiritual advisor. So let's get into it. There are things that you thought were true. They're going to be tried and true, true and blue, loyal, ride or die, whatever you want to call it. And that ain't the case. That ain't the case. And you guys are going to be having these epiphanies over and over and over again because there is this shift that you're going through. So remember your first spiritual awakening. This is like that. Very much that. Whatever you're about to see, you cannot unsee. There is no unhit the red button. Red button's been hit. You are going to be exposing people, places, and things left and right. And whatever ideas, narratives, storylines that you were holding on to, it's going to be like the chain that you broke. You're going to break and continuously do so. There are things being uncovered, and as they're being uncovered, you are exposing, and your communication has never been more on point. So if you are confused, like, I don't know, maybe I didn't say it right, maybe I didn't communicate it properly, no. This time you're going to know two things for certain that you very much did. There is a battle that you guys have been fighting, and you are just now realizing that you were fighting that battle alone. So whatever best friend, sibling, whoever you thought was in this chariot with you, you are realizing, oh, you've been riding solo. And if you want to break, you better put that shit on autopilot, because ain't no one coming to save you. That's what you're realizing. Like, oh, I got to do it all by my damn self. Cool. Cool. There are things being uncovered, and as they're being uncovered, you are realizing who the F you are. I don't even need to tell you. This is just extra confirmation. Sprinkle, sprinkle, twinkle, twinkle. This is just extra confirmation. Hi, Virginia. Thank you for helping me moderate. Hi, guys. Hi, Kay. Hi, Di. Hi, Lucky. Hi, Jackson. Hi, Adrian. Isabella. Kush. Hillary. Melissa. Shorty. Shania. Hi, guys. You've always been the star. Always, always. And you are realizing what is a shade lamp around you. You are realizing what is artificial light around you. Anything artificial is being exposed. Anything that is financially motivated around you or selfishly motivated around you is being exposed. You are doing the exposing. I'm getting that you guys are weary and tired and exhausted, and there have been certain people around you that they just don't give up about your suffering. They don't care. And as you go through this awakening, you are going to get it up out of the mud like you ain't never done it before. And I mean that with every fiber of my being, because wherever you were tired, now you're pissed off. And wherever you are pissed off, you are releasing that because you are seeing that there is work to do. There is work to do. In that work, you're like, well, if I got to hold the line by myself, if I got to be every role by myself, why do I need these people, places, and things? Riddle me what? If I got to do all of this by myself and I can't really be the divine feminine, what do I need these people for? You're going to expose them left and right, front and center. You're going to put them in the hot seat, the carpet, wherever. You're going to call them out for their busted soapbox, for their antics, for their shenanigans, for their fuckery. You're going to call it all out. Because you have no F's to give and you have nothing to lose. Whatever you thought you were going to lose before, you're like, it's not happening. You want to know why? Because people are not as resourceful as you, even if they would like to believe that they are. I'm going to say that again. Wherever you were scared to maneuver, like, oh, I can't ever let go of this best friend because then who's going to do this for me or who's going to help me with that? But then you realize you've been doing it by yourself. What do you need them for? Really? They're not the shoulder to cry on. They only half listen. They have selective hearing. It's always about them. And they're too delulu to realize it's always about them. You guys have people around you that always make it about them. This is your alleged circle that you're about to make a period. This is your alleged circle that you're about to make disappear. You feel me? You are realizing where you've been holding the line by yourself while everyone around you has been pretending to look busy. I am not kidding. This is you. Looking around you like, where'd my people go? Where'd my friends go? Where'd my person go? Where are they all at? Where are they all at though? When push comes to shove, it's just going to be you. You, yourself, and I. So you know what you're going to be doing? You're going to be plucking, snipping, and removing. Because you could do bad all by your damn self. Hello. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Whoever is delusional around you, you will no longer exert too much energy on explaining why they are delulu, a narcissist, a sociopath, selfish, greedy, frugal, mean, or a bully. You will no longer exert too much energy on that. You are simply unpredictable these days. Lately, you are unpredictable. You are exposing a lot. You are uncovering all types of crazy that you've put yourself in the middle of. And you are realizing, well, maybe back in the day I would give myself a really hard time about being in this situation. But I'm not going to do that because God put me here for a reason. Affirm that below. Whoever your higher power is, you fill in the blank. Blank put me here for a reason. For a reason. Put you in this friendship for a reason, this relationship for a reason, this place of work for a reason. And this spiritual awakening that you are going through is going to put you in another narrative. It's called your quantum leap. The Wheel of Fortune, you are starting to see that you've been at the bottom of that because everything else has been siphoned from you. And you didn't even realize because you thought everybody had your back. Over here realizing nobody had your back. It was always your resources. It was always you pushing the wheel. It was always you defending and honoring. And no one else doing that really, unless they were going to get some instant gratification, recognition, or they were going to look really cool doing it. Like, oh, I'm a bad bitch. I stand up for my friend. First person to run. Riddle me what? First person to not want to go to jail. Probably ain't never been to jail neither. If you guys know, you know. Been there, done that, got the t-shirt, and I'm not scared. Okay, I'm going to say that again. Been there, done that, got the t-shirt, except now I got more lawyers and I'm more resourceful. You're going to realize and understand truly that how you used to deal with things before, you either didn't have enough information, you didn't have enough resources, you didn't have enough Benjamins, Pentacles, you didn't have enough contacts, you didn't have enough. It's a new day. Bestie, okay? I'm your spiritual motivator. I'm your big sis on the internet, and I'm here to tell you, this ain't back then. Yes, it is a past lesson. It's very familiar, but you are not the same. You are not the same. And this time around, you're gonna bounce back faster than ever. And what is going to break your heart into a million pieces is the straight disappointment of the delusion around you. That's what's going to break your heart. Not the lost resources, not the having to do it alone. The fact that, a little bit of that. But mostly the disappointment of them not understanding why they need to change, what they did wrong, and how it'll just never be the same. You feel me? How it will just never be the same because you were already doing it by yourself. There was a lot of your luck being siphoned. And as you're looking at the Wheel of Fortune, you are rolling up your sleeves. You are putting your hair up. You're taking your hoops out, saying, there is work to do. And I might as well do it my freaking stinking self. Because I will get to the top of that wheel where I get to be the divine feminine, the empress that I deserve to freaking be. Because right now, I'm in the 7 of Wands and I'm freaking tired. You got scrapes, bruises, owies, and ain't nobody really caring unless it directly affects them. That is what you're realizing. People are only doing things for you if it directly affects them. If it does not, then they can't be found. Your communication is off the charts. Affirm it below. Clarity is yours. Victory is going to be yours too. But clarity is yours right now. And that's something that you've been really, really wanting. Through all this confusion and all this mess and all this sabotage, you're like, I just don't know what's going on. I'm about to give up. And so you are praying for assistance, and you are allowed to do so. You know, God, please help me see clearly. I don't really understand what's going on or who is really my enemy right now, because guess what? God is not the author of confusion. And you're just realizing and understanding the big picture of where your life is headed and why certain manifestations did not come to pass. And the disappointment will set in that you can do certain things on your own, but you don't want to. So it's time to unlock new characters in your storybook. It's time to unlock new characters in your narrative. That's what bums you out. The people that you rode for, the people that you championed for, you guys root for the underdogs. And as people root for you, or you think they are, you are realizing that that's not actually the case. You are realizing that you've been pump faked by some people, and it's you that has rose. It is you that has leveled up, has evolved, has changed for the better. And it was very hard for you to see. You felt really naive to the fact that people were not doing or saying or following through. You are exposing a lot lately. And I'm not saying you guys get as overwhelmed. It might be overwhelming at first because it's triggering. Why are my friends not there for me? Why aren't they picking up the phone? This guy said he was going to commit and now he's not committing. My family said that they were going to be there for me, and of course they fall short every fucking time. Whoever does it every freaking time like clockwork, unless they benefit off of that, you're realizing you're never really going to get any slack cut or a break given unless you cut cords necessary, unless you put things in autopilot. And wherever your luck has been being siphoned, you are rolling up your sleeves and you are pushing the wheel until you are at the tippy top. I always used to tell you guys, and I haven't said this in a long time, it's lonely at the top. You are going to the top and it's lonely up there, but it's lonely for a reason. And there were certain key players in your life, certain key characters that were going to help you unlock these gifts, help you unlock these resources. And now it's time to see what time it really is. And as you see that, of course you're disappointed. Of course you're heartbroken. This is your circle that's turning into a period. That don't feel good. That's like, I've been bamboozled. It's that feeling. And whatever you guys were holding on to, this idea, you guys were holding on to certain ideas of people thinking, yeah, that's who they are. That's who you made them. And you're not even going to be mean to yourself for doing that. You guys are holding on to certain narratives. You're holding on to certain cycles, holding on to certain fantasies of people that you care about. You're going to be realizing where and who and how that slowed you down. This is like holding on to a teddy bear. Like, no, they would never do that to me. No, they would never like really mean that. Like maybe they were just tired, or maybe they're having a bad day. You are realizing where you have been naive. And you, in exposing all of this, are even calling yourself out. Yeah, I enabled that. Yeah, I let that slide. Yeah, I cut a corner right there. Yeah, I took a shortcut or 5. But you spread yourself too thin. And you are not doing that anymore. You are working smarter, and you are realizing where you don't want to be strategic anymore because it does not bring you abundance. Secrets are being revealed. I keep getting that for every platform. Secrets are being revealed to you. And wherever you have been feeling alone or destitute or stranded, help is on the way. Help is on the way. Maybe you guys have been feeling like you've been going backwards. You felt like you could see the light at the end of the tunnel. You felt like you could see the light through the thorns. Like, okay, I've been doing a great job. I'm just going to do this. I'm going to keep trying. I'm going to keep loving. I'm going to keep changing. I'm just going to keep doing. And then you realize all of a sudden you're going backwards and you're like, how's this even happening? How am I now struggling? And it's because of who was around you. So again, when we have certain friends, certain job environments, and we are holding on to that idea, there is only so many blessings that can come in. You guys are like capped out, tapped out, gassed out on what can occur in your life because of whatever something that you are holding on to. Say you guys are holding on to this toxic job. You know that it's toxic. You know that you cannot define yourself as this job. But you're like, I love this job. I make decent money at this job. But yeah, there's a lot of gossip. There's a lot of slander. There's a lot of bad stuff happening. There's a lot of drama. But that's all I know. And wherever you've become complacent, you're seeing that no more abundance can grow in certain areas. Certain big manifestations that you've been trying to bring in for months or years cannot grow in this environment. It cannot grow where you are not divine feminine. It cannot grow where you are super masculine. Because then everybody is taking. And guess who's taking all the action? You. No more abundance can grow in certain circles, in certain friend groups, in certain relationships, in certain work environments. It cannot grow there. And you are realizing where you are tapped out. You are maxed out. You're like, oh, there is no increase. The increase has not been coming. How am I all of a sudden going backwards when I've been working on my legacy this whole time? How am I going backwards? How am I at the bottom of the wheel again? Because you've been pushing it by yourself. The abundance is maxed out because of who is around you. And those, I'm hearing an airplane, you will soar, and it is lonely at the top. Okay, there's a lot of jealous and envy around you, unfortunately. And it's not something you're happy about. You want people to be happy for you as you would be for them. When others are taking advantage, which right now is often, when others are taking advantage of you being the empath, you being the healer, you are a natural healer. So people just being around you, they get more light, they get more humor, they get more everything. And as people are not necessarily harvesting your energy, but just getting re-energized by being around you as you are just withering, that karma is coming. But you are too nearby for that to unfold properly. And that's another layer that breaks your heart, and that sucks. Because you guys have been not even realizing that you're protecting certain people. You guys have not even been realizing, like, well, I don't want anything to happen to them. I don't want anything bad to happen to them, but sometimes we have to get out of the way. And that sucks. Truly. You guys make friendships left and right. You guys attract people left and right. And you're starting to realize that as you've been doing all of this work, you are attracting a new squad or new goals. And as you attract these new goals, these new aspirations, these new desires, you are seeing where you are maxed out. If you are around 5 toxic people and you love them deeply with every fiber of your being, but you have all of these dreams and aspirations, how far can you really get with those 5 people around you? Like, let's be real. Let's be so for real. Even if it's 3 people, even if it's 2 people, if it's only people that you're hanging out with or that are really influencing and imprinting your vibe, your essence, how far are you really going to go? If on their side of the street, there is no desire, there is no motivation, everything is your fault. And you are just there to be taken for a ride, and they just take and bleed and bleed. You're over it. You're over it. Hold on. There we go. So as you guys figure out what's important, you're going to be seeing and understanding where people have made themselves over important. Like you see this right here. Like, what? These titles always make the trolls come to play. People are going to try to take credit for what you're doing. And you're not even going to get mad. Because it will never work. Whoever is in your life saying, I did that, you owe me for that. Whoever has this rescue, savior, superiority complex, they will never get away with that. They can say it till they're blue in the face. I did that. You owe me. I did that. And they didn't. They can keep doing this. It doesn't mean shit. Doesn't mean anything. You guys have worked so hard to make your words not only make sense, but for them to have an impact, for them to have weight, and for them to mean what they say, or mean what you say. You walk the line. The line ain't nobody really wanting to walk, but says they be walking. You guys, watch your mouth. That is the only warning. Okay? How you guys are saying things, I understand some of you guys are abbreviating, just like the concept of it alone. Okay? And I'm not going to say it again. Whoever I'm speaking to, your communication is so sharp. You don't really have to add the fluff. You don't really have to add anything extra because it has weight. And wherever you second guessed yourself before, you are seeing more than ever that it came through just fine, just clear, just crystal freaking clear. Can't believe we have children in the chat. Is it really that hard to listen to a YouTuber? Somebody tried to say that yesterday in the freaking comments. I was like, why bother? Why bother? It's when you explain something and they miss the point completely I'm not talking about what's going on right now, but I'm talking about yesterday's live stream when I was telling you guys about how when you're trying to plug somebody else, somebody was trying to make it about, well, that means that you're in scarcity and because there's plenty of room. It's like, no. I'm talking about spamming. I'm talking about undermining someone. Okay? If I go into Queen Cup's chat and I'm like, so-and-so's live, you guys, so-and-so's live, like that's rude as fuck. Like I wouldn't go in there and do that because we are paying homage. We are listening to who we are currently supporting. It's not about there being room enough for everybody in the YouTube ethers or the social media ethers. It is about the respect. So let's keep it a buck. Let's be so for real. I was like, they're like, you're probably going to delete my comment. I mean, if they're being rude, that's what. And they sent a message this long. Don't send me a message this long. It's not necessary. Send me 5 messages that long. Not that long, but send me 5 messages. Like, break it up into, like, what? That was a straight projection that was sent. I was like, skimming, bullshit, projection, goodbye. So then I clicked to see, before I said goodbye, where had they supported me? Let me look. Maybe they're having an off day, but probably not since they sent a message from here to the moon. But let me just check. Let me give them the benefit of the doubt. In the other 2 messages that they had sent me, in their whole time supporting, in one, they had tried to undermine me, and one, they were like, yeah, I was just going to eat some fruit. So you were here a whole time to undermine me, but you were looking for your opportunity. Get bent. Get out of here. This is not my first rodeo. Okay? This is not my first rodeo. I'm not on here like trying to pretend like I just have all this wisdom. I've lived life. You feel me? I don't look like what I've been through. Cool. Awesome. I don't look my age. Cool. Awesome. But what you're not going to do is come up on my business, my platform, my social media for the collective that I reach out to and tell me how to do that. Because you missed the point completely. And people are always doing that. Acting like what they're doing is justified and acting like what they're doing is valid. And it's a waste of time. You want to waste time? Go start your own business. Go start your own social media. Go fuck around with your own collective. Because I'm sure there's a group just for your banana pants. I'm sure there is one. I'm almost certain there's a whole land of Decepticons just for your content. But you don't go into somebody else's and try to teach them when all they're doing is saying what their standards are. You don't tell me what my standards are. You don't tell me what my boundaries are. If you don't like it, you don't understand it, you don't have to be here. The end. So anyways, you guys are seeing that you draw people in. It's going to affect people some type of way. You're going to be exposing shitty behavior left and right. Okay? Everywhere. You're going to see envy, saltiness, jealousy. And it's not like, oh yeah, people are so obsessed with me. People are so crazy. They're so crazy. You're not even going to be like that. You're like, wow, go get a life. Go get a life. I got bigger fish to fry. People, yes, thank you, Jungle Love. People always expose themselves. Decepticons always tell on themselves. It doesn't matter how long they come in and pretend to support you, they will get that itch, okay? And when they get that itch, they will tell on themselves. They will give you the biggest, longest projection of this is why. And you can tell they've just been itching and waiting and pondering, feeling valid and justified and sending you a song. Okay? Like, that is what you're seeing right now. That's why I said you're exposing a lot lately. A lot. Not a little. A whole bunch. Uncovering crazy, realizing that supporter was a crock of crap, that subscriber was a crock of crap, that relationship, that ex that you were going to get back together with is a crock of crap, realizing that you weren't naive, you knew something was off, you knew you should have blocked them the first time, you knew you shouldn't have replied, you knew you shouldn't have messaged them back, you knew you shouldn't have believed them, but it is how you're going to bounce back from all of it. All of it. All of it. They're expecting you to have a whole fit of rage. It's like, no, let me just say this with my whole chest. My life is not affected by you at all. This message, this PSA is about the people where they do affect your life. So everyone else trying to be relevant with their projections, they're irrelevant. You are simply unpredictable right now. You're small in the scheme of things, but here, go beat on your chest over there, thinking you're important and shit. That's fine. That's fine. Maybe somebody will listen. It won't be me. It won't be me. And that's how you're looking at people, because you're not going to allow this anymore. You are entering a new storyline. You are entering a new narrative. Whatever red flags, whatever you built certain people up to be, like, no, they're my soulmate. No, that's my best friend. No, that's my mom. She would never do that to me. You're seeing where they would do that to you, and they have been doing that to you. And you're realizing, oh, I really haven't been divine. Or I really haven't been the Empress or the Emperor, because I've been letting this go for too long. And I have to acknowledge where I am responsible, where I have enabled it. And I have to realize also where there's divine timing and where the lesson is. These cups have been getting poured out by everyone around you. And you're over it. You're over it. You're over here like trying to fill up the cup. And your best friend's like, oh, but I needed to borrow your car. It's literally like this, getting poured out. Okay? She's like, oh, and do you have a lip gloss I can borrow? Oh, and I needed some money for gas. You're just like, let me just keep pouring it out. Then your mom calls and is like, well, I thought you were going to let me borrow money. And then I thought you were going to take the kids. And I thought you were going to help me. And da-da-da. And just fuck it. Literally. That's what you're starting to see. You can't unsee it as much as you would like to. Like, oh, I'm a good daughter. I'm just helping my mom because I need her for this and this and that. Knowing damn well they're toxic. Knowing damn well they shouldn't disrespect you. Knowing damn well they shouldn't name call. Knowing dang well that they should try a little bit more. And where people are not making the same sacrifices as you have your scissors out. And they are sharp. Okay. They are sharp. You're like, damn, I'm really gonna have to pull, you're really gonna make me pull these out? Yeah, because you're the free ride. And you're starting to see where you're gonna fight this battle alone and everything's always gonna get dumped out and it's gonna be your fault. Well, it's, you just don't take care of yourself. Yeah, that's why you're tired all the time. Because you don't take care of yourself. No, this could be what your person, your mom, whoever is saying to you. And you're like, no, it's because you need, take. That's why. And you don't give the same as you take. You get what you give. And in your circle of trust, you have this guilt, you have this shame that overrides all of that. Well, that there's a hard reset coming. Okay, wherever it's been glitching, wherever it's been malfunctioning, wherever it's a recall. There is a recall on how you deal with your circle of alleged trust. They are being exposed. They are being exposed. You are uncovering crazy and just realizing, like, whole time, nobody was listening to me. Everyone told me it's all this. All this is kind of happening because of you. You're like, what? Yeah, if you just got more rest, you look really tired. And it's like they're just adding to it. Adding. You could have fought that battle a little bit harder. Maybe that's why you have the bags under your eyes. But, like, could you do this for me? I can't even blink enough. I just can't. I just can't. Things have not been easy. And they've been getting tougher. But even as that's been happening, this spiritual awakening is here. This spiritual awakening has been here, and it's not going anywhere until you turn everything around. Because God is showing you, the universe is showing you, like, hey, I know you desire this. I know you want to have the perfect family. I know you want to marry this person. I know you want to have a business with this person, but we are maxed out on, it's like overstaying our welcome somewhere. We're just seeing, like, where it's about to go bad. Okay, when you're staying with somebody and you're like, oh, I feel like we're around each other too much. It's about to go left. But you just stay a little bit longer just to see, because we just like the drama just a little bit. We've all been in that type of circumstance where we waited a little bit too long to pay that bill just to kind of see what would happen because we were in that semi-mode of sabotaging. Well, this time you see the writing on the wall, and this time you're going to get your ducks in a row. This time you see what time it is and you're like, you know what? I'm never going to not be prepared like I was 10 years ago, like I was 5 years ago, like I was 2 months ago. Not never again. Not never again. Reconciliation. This will probably be one of the only times I say this. This reconciliation is bullshit. Someone in your past is returning into your life. Yeah, they are. Everyone in your circle is going to be doing that. Everyone that you care about is going to be doing that. The love bombing, the all talk, you're going to see right through it. That ex that you always like dreamed of getting back together with, they're going to say all the right words, and to you, they're going to mean nothing. The reconciliation that you had once prayed so hard for is going to mean nothing as they're saying the actual words for once. Oh, I have the biggest apology ready for you. I have this has just been a misunderstanding of like me seeing somebody else and me cheating, and, all that name calling I did. It's just been a big misunderstanding. So let's get back together. Everyone needs you, bestie, more than you need them. That's what sucks. Everyone thinks that you're so strong, you don't need anybody. You're fine. And if they feel like you don't need anybody, they're trying to secretly humble you. Well, I'm mad that they can create and just always bounce back and always pivot and got all these ideas and goals, and how dare they? Oh, you're struggling? Well, my hands are tied. My hands are tied. I'm really busy right now. I can't help you. And they secretly like when you are suffering or struggling. And where you guys used to maybe be very reluctant to ask for help, you've been asking for help. And this is why you're having this awake. Hold on. Thank you, Virginia. There are things that you guys did for people that it goes unacknowledged. Wait, what's the word? It doesn't go recognized. Like, they don't recognize it. So you're over it. And everyone pretending not to hear you, pretending not to see you, or trying to secretly humble you, or downright undermining you. Hi, is that Linda? Hi, Linda. When they're trying to undermine you or tell you like, oh, this is all your fault, like this is why this is happening, or they just downright don't listen to you, you meant what you said when you said it. You guys have warned some of these people, and you're not going to warn them again on when the exit comes. Okay? Let me give you an example. That's like me warning in this chat. And it's like, all right, when you're blocked, don't wonder why. Because I said what I said. I'm not going to explain when the exit comes. You'll just be like, oh my gosh, what happened? It happened because I already said it. You feel me? So there are some people thinking that because you're still kind of around, that they're getting away with something. You are not going to cause a scene like everyone thinks you're going to cause. Okay, everyone thinks like, oh, I mean, if they got to leave and we got to break up, they're going to cause a freaking scene. No. It's going to come when you least expect it. I'm going to block you when you least expect it. Because I'm not going to cause a scene. I'm not going to disrupt what I got going on. I'm not going to disrupt what I'm channeling because you want to act like a child. Yeah. So when you disappear off of this chat, you got to go create another account. Don't bump your head on why. Same thing. Everyone's going to want to act like they could bump their head or they were justified in what they said about what respect meant to you, what the boundary meant to you, where the ladder was, what the rules were, and you're not gonna explain it because they're provoking you to make a scene. You are simply unpredictable. Can I get a never? Never. Never. I don't think you guys are I don't think you guys are going to be too upset about it. Even though you guys have a lot of compassion towards people, everyone is showing their literal behind. You want to know why? Because they are a certain narrative that plays off of devil energy. Devil energy plays them like a fiddle. They don't see it. It is a reoccurring theme, and it helps you sift through the BS. I love when people tell on themselves. It makes my job easy. So then next live stream, it makes my moderator's job even easier because they don't come up here for that. Neither do I. You know what I mean? And it's just, they shouldn't wonder. They shouldn't wonder. You said what you've been saying. A lot of these people that are in your circle of trust, you've been saying what you've been saying for a while. You've been saying like, hey, don't treat me like that. Don't talk to me that way. It's the same thing that I do. I have certain rules and I have certain guidelines. They don't get followed. It gets removed. I go through every live chat. Whoever was a nuisance, whoever just blatantly didn't listen, whoever just thought they snuck one in and undermined me, like, don't do it. Don't do it. Because all you're trying to do, all you're doing is representing straight devil energy. Hello? And I will not let it distract everyone else that is here for an actual message. So whoever you guys have been telling in your circle of trust, like, you're not going to talk to me that way. You're not going to treat me that way. You're not just going to ignore me. We have to work on communication. And none of that stuff has been being had or even being acknowledged. Like, oh, my bad. I'm sorry for doing that. You did say that. I'm so sorry. Like, let me fix it. There's none of that. It's just continuous. That is not for no reason. That is how you know, okay, I see you. Exposed. Okay, I see you. Uncovering the crazy. The crazy is them not acknowledging, like, oh, yeah, you know what? You did talk to me about that. I'm really sorry. There's no F's. Because they're easily wound up by the devil. It's okay. You guys know what time it is. You know what it is. You attract a lot of darkness to you being the light. You are the spiritual KO. Affirm it below. I am the spiritual KO. They must not know about me. People want to play on your timeline so bad, bestie. They want in your sandbox so bad. The people that will never respect you the most are the ones that want to play up in your timeline. They want to play up in your sandbox, and you got something for them. Okay, you got something for them. You have this spiritual KO because you can do it all by yourself. You don't need no new friends. No. I can't. Keep an open mind. You guys have been feeling like a giving machine. And where you're keeping an open mind is like, okay, I play a role in this. I've enabled in certain ways, or I've gone back on my word in certain ways, or like say you told yourself, I'm not going to borrow money to family anymore. I'm not going to do that. And then you borrow money to family. You're realizing like they would never make that sacrifice for you, and you're constantly making that sacrifice for them. You're constantly going back on your word because you love them, and they are playing on your heartstrings. They are playing on your timeline, and you have had it. You are not an ATM. You are not the bank of collective. You are not. sponsoring them. That's not your investment anymore. Because where is the return? Really? Playing on your forgiveness, playing on your generosity, playing on your rules, playing on your boundaries, and just being like, come on, just give it to me. But if it was the other way around, it would come on a string. It would come with a fit of rage. Like, why do I gotta help you? Oh, I don't know. Same reason you always be asking me for help. Maybe that. Maybe that. You're starting to see, I don't have to be like this. I do not have to stand here like this because I feel like I gotta be a good daughter or gotta feel like I gotta be a good son. No. Wherever it is literally not being reciprocated, there is very small room for error. There is very small room for actual reconciliation because they are not acknowledging their part. What they're giving you is a justification. Well, I just need it. I need your help, so just give it. You're like, but if the shoe was on the other foot, you wouldn't be giving. Even if you had it, you would have a justification on why you wouldn't be giving. But it's just always on you to take the high road and be insulted all in the same breath. If you guys are starting to date, this is a very important message for those of you that are single. So I want you guys to hear me loud and clear. This is so important. I got so many signs about this specifically. Keeping an open mind when you are dating. You don't even realize that good, not toxic, not trauma bonded, will give you the ick at the beginning. When you have been through so much toxicity over here in the hamster wheel of you know what, you're used to things a certain way. You're used to certain things that aren't great. So when the right person comes in, you're going to kind of pick them apart, realistically. Like, let's be so for real. You're going to be like, oh, I think they're 2 inches too short. Yeah, I don't know about that. They kissed me. I don't know if I like it. I don't know if I like it. In your subconscious and mind, you're not going to give them a fair shot. So give them another one. Okay? You need to get out there and have an open mind and really see what the dating pool is like, because you are attracting people towards you for your highest good. But not everyone will have good intentions. And that's what you're going to start listening to, is following your discernment. Some could be attracted to you because they know what you've been through. They feel like you're an easy target. They feel like they can rescue you. They can save you. They can be your prince. So they feel like it's an easy role to fill. But there's so many other things that you need to learn about certain people, because this is what you're learning right now with the people that you're currently dealing with. Oh, I could have thought that person differed from my usual type, but they actually did the opposite, or there were things that they left out. Or maybe you felt like you had the love factor. You ever been in love, but love was all there was? Okay? Or you it could have been lust, it could have been just very passionate, it could have been super karmic, but there was passion, there was love. Yeah, kind of like a karmic, tumultuous relationship, but there was nothing else. There wasn't protection. There wasn't sacrifice. There wasn't good communication. A lot of things were one-sided, but there was this affection or love or whatever. You're looking at everything. Do not give whoever you are talking to. Let go of control issues, okay? Any of you guys that are single, let go of control issues, or all of collective, let go of control issues. We do not need to give them a playbook like, hey, this is what I don't like. Yeah. These are my favorite colors. This is what I've been through with Johnny. And this is what yeah. Read that. That's us needing to have control. That's us needing to have control, bestie. We need to be like, look. And they're like, what are you looking for? I don't know. What are you looking for? We don't give them the playbook on how to play us. We don't give them the playbook on how Johnny played us. We need to know from Jump Street, are you in or are you out? Are you the right one or are you the wrong one? Love yourself first. Love yourself first and see who you attract. As you do that, though, be warned, you're going to be like, oh, there's something wrong with them. They opened the door for me. Yeah, there's definitely something wrong with them. You know what I mean? Like, give them a chance. I literally just had this conversation with a friend today. She was like, well, so I went on a date and I decided not to reconcile with so-and-so because he was cheating. I was like, because I already knew this because I'd be intuitive. Okay. And she was like, yeah, I'm not reconciling with him. And I was like, okay, so what happened on this date? And she's like, well, I don't know about his kisses. And I don't know about, like, he's 2 inches shorter than I would like. And I'm like, what is short? She's like, well, 6'2". I would like him to be like 6'4". I'm like, girl. I literally had to. You're used to this. This is all you know. This is all you've ever wanted. That over there, Johnny. You're like, I love Johnny. Oh, Johnny wants to reconcile, but now I'm over him. I was like, give new guy one more chance. I said, you don't even want to know how hard I was on my husband when I first started dating him. Because I dated so many frogs, so many losers, okay? Just give him another chance. Really just try before you're like, oh, that 2 inches, that's 6'2" instead of 6'4". I was like, what? Keep an open mind, okay? We got to let go of control issues. I told her, I'm like, don't give him a playbook on what Johnny did to you because Johnny just did that shit. Don't tell him nothing about him. Well, my ex lied to me the whole time and da-da-da-da. That's just telling him like, oh, I could probably get away with that for at least a couple months, maybe a year. No, you do have new love coming in. For others of you, you guys could have been trying to manifest a family or an engagement or something of the sort, and your love life could be affected by children or the lack thereof. Maybe you guys feel like you have empty nest, you've been wanting to adopt, you've been wanting something. Maybe you've been wanting more animals or more pets. You feel like there's something missing. And yeah, you guys have a new love, a true love coming in. A romance of a lifetime. And so there's certain things that you have to get out of your way. You guys were going through this heart chakra activation. You're going through this heart activation. As you're going through that, not only are you realizing what you love, you're realizing that you love yourself. You're realizing, okay, I love me. And I didn't love me so much when I was waiting and caring and giving and just doing all the things. 11:11. Yeah, you guys affirm it below. 11:11 on the clock. You just see now. You see what the red flags were that you didn't see before, but you also see that you had to go through these lessons. So don't be so hard on yourself like, oh my gosh, it's happening again. No, you are better equipped more than you've ever been. More than you've ever been. So even though you know that that's a load of crap, that's a story, that's embellished, that was, not what you wanted, not what you thought it was going to be, you see the big picture and it's going to be different. It's going to hit different. You're going to have something better to celebrate. It's going to bring you new beginnings. Look, Wheel of Fortune. So again, you're rolling up your sleeves and starting to see like, okay, I got to push this just a little bit more. I'm already doing it by myself. I've already made it this far. And then I'm going to be sitting pretty at the top of that wheel. I am going to be sitting pretty at the top of that wheel. Flashy. Giving all opinion. You guys have people that you deal with that they try to tell you what the rules are of things. These are some signs you're going to know who they are in case you didn't know. Just some extra confirmations. They're going to try to tell you, well, you got this. Like, you're doing so well in life. Like, you got this, right? You got it. You got it. Because they are basically projecting that, like, you're a show off or that you're flashy. Giving opinions as if they are fact. You're getting a lot of fake news. And it could be a lot of gloom and doom as well. Talks over people. A conversational narcissist. You guys can have family members that always correct you. Don't say that. Don't talk like that. You're talking over them. You're doing projecting because they do this to you. They keep their secrets close, but they want all of yours. They keep all of their secrets buried, but they're like, well, you can't keep secrets from me. Why can't I? You have secrets. That's so my brother, Danielle says. We have positive energy surrounds you. What is at the top of this wheel is not only the fact that it's going to be quiet and you might be even a little bit sad or like, I know good things are coming. You are the firecracker. You make it hot and you know good things are coming. Good things are on the way. It is already written. You having this legacy, this life, the family you desire, the friends you desire, it is already written. So unfortunately, this spiritual awakening you cannot unsee, but you have to realize that you're one of a kind. You are the unicorn, and where you're going, people aren't going to be taking advantage of you. They're going to be taking care of you, not justifying why they can't take care of you. Like a mom. If you guys know, like, Honey Boo Boo, right? From when she was like a little kid, her mom stole all this money, like all the money she ever made, like being a child celebrity, her mom stole from her. Her mom was supposed to put a bunch of this money away and didn't. And instead of her mom saying, I'm so sorry that I, as an adult, made you pay all of our bills, buy all of our houses, and put your sisters through college. I know that I got on, that I became a drug addict and I did all of these things, but I'm going to make it right. I'm so sorry. And instead, she justifies it. I'm not giving it to you because all you care about is money. Well, if you stole hundreds of thousands of dollars from your daughter and all she needs is like 40,000 of it back for college to be a nurse, maybe say you're sorry and give it back to her. Instead, she justifies, woo, yeah, I spent it in my addiction. Woo, yeah. Oh, I had such a good time with it. How am I going to get that back for you? Why was it her job to be grown at 8 paying your bills when you were the parent? You couldn't have put none of that away for college, none of it, or at least go get some of it back. And what's even more effed up is that she's newly married, Honey Boo Boo's mom. Okay, June. June is newly married, and her husband is saying, we have that in the bank, give it to her or I'm leaving you. Make that right. And she was like, no, I won't do it. I won't do it. You're going to see people's real character. It'll be over pennies. It'll be over crumbs. It'll be over something busted. It'll be over scraps. You are going to see who people are. I'm telling you, you are exposing a lot lately and you're not going to be able to unsee it like maybe you could before. Because now you're realizing it's getting in the way of your big desires. Whatever that big desire is, something's been blocking you. And now you know what it is. So not only are you listening to the justifications, not only are you listening to the BS, you're like, this is what's getting in the way. God is showing you clearly. So her mom could have easily said, yeah, I messed up and I did a lot of wrong and I made you responsible when you were a child. It is not a parent's job to make a child responsible for bills, to make them pay for that, even if they can as a celebrity. And how many stories do we see where parents like Macaulay Culkin's parents, Britney Spears' parents have made them pay for their lifestyle and then punished them and justified all of it? Well, I have to take care of them. They don't know, like, they needed all of these things, but it was really for their things, their designer things, their home, their relationships, and anything else that they were trying to save at the time. These people that are acting like they are not financially motivated are in fact financially motivated. You are going to see this clear as day, bestie, clear as day. So that was like the best example I could think of. Do you know what I mean? Where somebody could easily say, "Oh, you know what? You have been warning me that you were going to need help with this thing, and I know that you've always helped me. Like, you shouldn't punish your child for putting your whole life together. You should say, ooh, I'm really messed up. What can I do to rectify this? I don't have all the money, but I will work towards that every day." To just stomp your feet and say, never, that's what you're dealing with. That is what you're dealing with. You should have known I wasn't going to have it to give you. You should have known that you were paying all the bills at 8. You should have known. That's what it is. And that's what's going to irk you. You're not going to be able to shake it off. I want you to marinate in that, like, okay, I enabled some of that, and I kind of knew some of it was going on, and I missed some of the red flags, but I'm going to be better off, and I'm stronger than before. Affirm it below. I am stronger than before. There's too much over here to the left and the right that is overwhelming you, and you don't need it anymore. You don't need it anymore. Success, hope, freedom, healing, and magic are all available to you if you believe. But you have a lot of non-believers around you. The non-believers, they don't believe that they can truly harness that for themselves, even though you strongly want it for them. You can't want it for them more than they want it. You cannot want somebody's sobriety more than they want it. You cannot want success for somebody more than they want it. Good health for somebody more than they want it. And you are starting to really care about who you surround yourself with. You are this unicorn. All right? You guys, let me know what's going on in the comments, how this resonates. All of you guys be looking for notifications because I got so many things in the hopper. Surprises. Be ready. We are going to do a giveaway at 80K subscribers. I'm so excited. So excited. And yeah, know that you're truly understanding what's going on. You're not crazy. You're not tripping. You're not losing your marbles. You're just disappointed. A little bit heartbroken. Okay? So don't forget to smash the you-know-what. Hit the bell. Drop your favorite affirmation because whatever you desire, it already desires you. Don't forget to pray. You can always pray and ask for what you need help with, whether it's guidance, clarification, just whatever is weighing heavy on you. You're allowed to say, I need help with this. You feel me? Thank you. Where'd you go? Thank you, Virginia, for helping me so much during this live stream. Hi, Kyrie. Hi, Danielle. Hi, Kirk. Hi, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for always supporting this platform. Remember, turn your notifications on. You do not want to miss out. Some of you guys aren't being notified, so just double check your settings. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell them. I'm just kidding. All right, you guys, I'll see you in the next one. Toodles.